Hi friends, my name is Victoria and I'm a mindful movement teacher. Today I have a very short hip opening flow for you that is going to be perfect if you're sitting a lot or if you just feel a lot of general tightness and stiffness in the hip flexors and this general area. It is going to be a little bit of an active flow, so I will have you moving quite a bit around your mat. I do suggest using blocks just to make a lot of these postures accessible. However, if you don't own any, of course you can use any other household items that will provide a little bit of height off the floor. Maybe a big book, a heavy box, etc. I also won't be playing music in the background, so if you do want to play your own, feel free to do that. We're gonna get right into it here. We'll start in a tabletop position just to warm up through the spine before we start to get into the flow. So spreading your fingers really wide, stack shoulders on top of wrists, hips on top of knees, and we'll start to find our cat and cows here. So on your next inhale, lift the tailbone, shine the heart space forward, lift your gaze. And then exhale, catch, push the floor away, hollow out through your belly, chin to chest. Inhale, cow pose, lift your tailbone, lift your gaze. And then exhale, cat, round and curl. And you can start to find movement here in this shape, right? Maybe you find a little bit of sideways movement back and forth. Maybe you find circles around the neck or around the wrist, right? Any movement that's going to allow you to really arrive into your body before we get started today. And spend about 2 to 3 rounds of breath on your own. Just noticing if you have stiffness anywhere else in the body without attaching any labels. Right, just be as you are right now. One more breath. And then when you're ready, finding your way back to your neutral top. Step your right foot behind you, spread your toes wide on the mat, and just start to rock back and forth, opening up through the sole of the foot, Achilles heel, calf muscle. And then from here, sweep your right leg out to the right. Plant your right foot flat on the mat. Start to bend into your right knee a little bit here. And this can be very intense or a little bit more gentle, up to you. If you do want to deepen the opening in the hips, you can press your right hand against the inside of the right knee. Just find organic movement here. And then when you're ready, find your way back to your neutral tabletop. Step your left toes behind you this time. Spread them wide on the mat. And same thing, start to rock back and forth, back and forth. See if you can relax the shoulders away from the ears, lift the chest up and away from the floor. And then same thing here, sweep your left foot out to the left, plant the sole flat on the mat, and start to bend into your left knee this time. This might feel a little bit different, maybe a little bit looser, a little bit tighter. Just let it be here. And then same thing if you want to deepen the stretch, pressing your left hand against the inside of the left knee. Maybe you hear some crackles, some pops in the joint. One more breath here. And then when you're ready, finding your way back to your tabletop position. Step your toes behind you, finding a high plank. Taking a deep breath in to lengthen from your heels to the crown of your head. And then exhale, downward facing dog, send the hips up and back. Maybe you pedal into your feet here, bending one knee and then the other. Maybe you shake your head side to side. See if you can spread the fingers really wide. Find a little bit of movement in this posture. And then when you're ready, start to find stillness here, softening the back of the neck, pressing your knuckles firmly against the floor to lengthen spine. Keep a soft bend in the knees. On your next inhale, lift your right heel up and back behind you. Exhale, drop your heel towards your glute as you bend the knee, stack the hips. Maybe you circle out the ankle, maybe you circle out the knee here. Find this really nice opening in the hip flexor. Notice if you're also spiraling the chest open. See if you can drop your right shoulder in line with the left. Inhale back to center, kick back. Exhale, low lunge, step your right foot between your hands. Drop your left knee, untuck your left toes. Option to grab blocks here under your hands. As you inhale, drop your hips forward, open the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, extend your right leg, flex your right foot, hinge your torso forward. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, bend the knee, open the hips, lift the gaze. Exhale, extend your right leg, hinge your torso forward. One more, inhale, open. Exhale, let it go. Beautiful. Inhale back to your low lunge. Move the blocks if you use them. Untuck your back toes, lift your back knee. And then from here, drop your back foot parallel to the short edge of your mat. Bring your right hand to the inside of the right foot or a block, finding your extended side angle. As you inhale, reach your left fingertips up and overhead. Settle on the exhale. And we'll hold here for a couple rounds of breath. See if you can stay really light on this bottom hand. Use your elbow, your upper arm, to firmly press against the inside of your right thigh. Open that hip. And then see if you can root down to the blade of your back foot. If you want to open to the side body, maybe you sweep your left fingertips up and overhead. Just staying here for 2 more rounds of breath. Maybe you lift your gaze towards the middle of your left palm. See if you can open the chest even more towards the sky. 1 more breath. Beautiful. And then from here, use your back heel. Inhale, warrior 2 to lift. Settle on the exhale. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten through your front leg, reach up and back. Exhale, side lunge on the left. Bend your left knee. Pick up your right toes as you drop your hips. Option again, maybe you use a block under your hands or keep your fingertips tented on the floor. Gaze at the front of your mat. Bend your right knee, skandasana to the right. And we'll do that a couple more times. Bend the left knee. If you want a balance challenge, hands to your heart center, just do that a couple more times. Again, let this be a process, a journey, not just a destination. Probably feels really good in the hip flexors, or maybe not. That's okay, yeah? Play around here for 1 more breath. And then when you're ready, meet me at the back of your mat, skandasana on your left knee. Gaze at the top edge of your mat. Inhale, half moon ardha chandrasana. Drop your right foot. Option to bring your right hand to the mat or a block as you launch your left leg up to the ceiling. And you might have to readjust yourself here a little bit, right? That's okay. Actively flex to your left foot. See if you can stack the hips, reach for the ceiling. Keep a micro bend in the right knee. Think about rolling your right inner thigh in and forward to the front. And then if you want to open your left hip, bend the left knee, reach over the moon. Grabbing your left foot. Actively kick your left foot into your left hand. 1 more breath. If you grabbed your foot, let it go. Take 1 more inhale. See if you can lift up 1 more inch. Exhale, warrior 2. Let your left foot go. Bend your right knee. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach up and back. Exhale, back to your low lunge. Pick up your back heel, square your hips. Inhale, 3-legged down dog. Drop your right hand, kick your right heel back. Exhale, drop your right foot back to your down dog. If you want to flow through a vinyasa, be my guest, go ahead. If not, just stay in down dog for a couple rounds of breath. See if you can slow down the breath just a little bit more. See if you can bring the inhales down to your rib cage. Let it expand like a balloon. 1 more breath. And then we'll do all of that on the other side. Inhale, 3-legged down dog, left heel kicks back behind you. Exhale, stack your hips, bend your left knee, drop your heel. And again, any circles you found on the other side, balance yourself out here. Just like our half moon, see if you can rotate the inner thigh of the right leg in and forward to keep everything in alignment. Inhale, 3-legged down dog, kick back, lengthen. Exhale, low lunge, step it through. Drop your right knee, untuck your right toes. And then again, option to grab your blocks, find a little bit of height off the floor. Inhale, drop your hips forward, open through the heart space, lift your gaze. Exhale, extend your left leg, flex your left foot, hinge your torso forward. 2 more like that. Inhale, bend the knee, open the heart. Exhale, extend the left leg, hinge your torso. Last one, inhale, bend deeply, open. Exhale, let it all go. Inhale, back to your low lunge, bend your left knee, move your blocks if you use them. Lift your back knee. And then on the exhale, drop your right foot parallel to the short edge of your mat. Bring your left hand to the inside of your left foot. Again, maybe you use a block. And on your next inhale, find your side angle pose. Reach your right fingertips up to the ceiling. Same points of alignment. Notice if you're sticking the tailbone out. See if you can roll the inner thighs in towards each other. And if you want that side body stretch, maybe you reach your right fingertips up and forward to the front. See if you can press your left elbow into the left leg to open. One more breath. And then use your back heel on your next inhale, warrior two, to lift your torso. Settle on the exhale. Inhale, reverse triangle, sweep your left arm up and overhead. Exhale, side lunge, skandasana to the right this time. And I'll flip over so I don't give my back to you. Bend the right knee. You're at the back of your mat. And then just like last time, find your skandasanas on both ends of your mat. Maybe you try keeping the hands to heart center. Maybe you just stay grounded, walking with the hands, yeah? If you do walk with the hands, you can always press the elbow against the knee here, open the hip even more. One more breath. And then remember, I'm flipped, so don't look at me. Find your way to the back of your mat, bending your right knee. Gaze at the top edge of your mat towards your left toes. Inhale, half moon. Don't think about it, just launch into your left leg as you reach your right heel back. Open the heart. Stack the hips, and then maybe you reach over the moon. Maybe you bend your right knee, grab your right foot with your hand, actively kicking your foot into your hand. One more breath. If you found your bind, let it go. Take one more inhale. Lengthen one more bit through the arms. Exhale, warrior two. Step it back. Inhale, reverse warrior. Reach up and back. Exhale, back to your low lunge. Frame your front foot. Square your hips. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Kick back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let it go. And again, if you want to flow through a vinyasa, go ahead. Take your vinyasa. If not, just stay for a couple rounds of breath in this down dog. Notice how different you feel here compared to the very beginning of class, right? It's only been a couple minutes, but you probably feel a lot more space in the hip area. One more breath. And then from here, inhale, three-legged down dog, kick your right heel back behind you. Exhale, drop your right knee behind your right wrist, your right foot behind your left wrist. Set up for a pigeon pose. Now, if you know pigeon pose is too intense for you today, or in this moment, you can always find a supine figure 4 on your back, cross your right ankle over your left thigh. If not, you can use a pillow, blanket, bolster, blocks, etc. Make the shape feel really good in your body. Taking a deep breath in to open, broaden through the shoulders. And then exhale, release, let it go. Let gravity do the work here for you. Noticing if you're holding on to any tension anywhere in the face, the shoulders, the belly, the feet. Slowly let it melt away, trusting that you are safe here. And we'll hold here for about 4 to 5 rounds of breath. Beautiful. From here, you can start to bring your hands back under your shoulders to lift your torso. Listen here. Sit on your right hip. Find a wide-legged straddle. Just bring your legs wide and long. They don't have to be too wide. Just find something that feels comfortable. And then you can just relax the feet. Inhale, reach your arms up and overhead. Exhale, hinge over the left leg. You can grab whatever's accessible, maybe behind the knee, the ankle, bottom of the foot. Inhale back to center. Exhale, hinge over to the right. Same thing. And we'll just move with our breath here. Inhale back to center. Exhale, hinge over to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the right. Just take a couple more of these at your own pace. They can be really fast. They can be really slow, really exaggerated, or really controlled. take whatever you need today in this moment. And just stay for 2 more rounds of breath. And when you're ready on your next inhale, lifting up, up, up. Exhale, drop your hands to the middle here. Maybe the forearms drop. Relax the feet, relax the head and neck. Just 4 rounds of breath here. And when you're ready, just walking your fingertips back towards you. Bend your right knee, step back, find your downward facing dog. We'll do that on the left side. Inhale, left leg kicks back this time. Exhale, drop your left knee behind your left wrist, left foot behind your right wrist. Set up your back heel. Make sure your back heel is directly behind your right hip here. And then again, just adjust accordingly, whatever you need to take. Taking a deep breath in first to find a lot of space. And then exhale to release, let it go. And then, as I mentioned before, see if you can let this be a process. Rather than forcing a posture, see if you can gently arrive into it, little by little with every breath. And just take about 5 more rounds of breath here. And then when you're ready, gently bringing your hands back under your shoulders, just like last time. Sit on your left hip. This time we'll find bound angle pose. So bringing your feet together to touch, knees wide. The closer your heels are towards you, the more intense the stretch is going to be, right? So just adjust accordingly. Grabbing the inside edges of your feet like a book. Inhale, sit up tall, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, hinge forward, let it all go. If you want to deepen the stretch, you can press your forearms against the insides of your shins. And then rather than trying to bring your nose down towards your feet, I want you to think about lengthening on the spine, through the spine on the inhales, and then hinging from the hips on the exhales. And then once you find this length in the upper body, you can start to relax the head and neck. I'm just staying for 5 rounds of breath here. And on your next inhale, lift your gaze. Exhale, sit up. We'll finish on our backs with a really nice happy baby. So just gently coming onto your back, hug your knees in towards your chest, rock side to side, massage your lower back, middle back. And then from here, option to wrap your hands around the backs of the knees, the ankles, or the outer edges of the feet. And from here, find a little tension to start. See if you can press your hands down into the feet as your feet press up into your hands. Just create a little bit of tension here, a little bit of heat, and then gently release. Let everything melt down. Maybe you rock side to side, make your baby happy. Maybe you extend one leg and then the other. And then when you're ready, you can start to find your way into a final resting posture. Maybe instead of shavasana, you choose to take a supine bound angle, or maybe you just take your shavasana, right? Choose whatever feels best here, letting your hands rest wherever it feels organic and natural. As you gently close your eyes, taking a second to take a quick body scan here. Again, notice if you feel a little bit more space, not just in the body, but maybe in the mind and the heart and the soul. Allow yourself to rest in this feeling of spaciousness. slowing down the breath, finding stillness in the body, stillness in the mind, and then fully releasing here for shavasana. Now, friends, you can stay here for as long as you would like. You can pause the video and end in an extended shavasana if you'd like. Or if you'd like to move on, just gently starting to invite movement into the body, gentle movement in the fingers and the toes, gently opening your eyes. And then I'd like to take a second to thank you so much for allowing me into your homes, for allowing me to guide your practice today. Until next time, thank you so much.